6.5 Creedmoor.
Nice.
That was the main caliber I used for everything. And it's, you know, and I'm not like a pro when it comes to like hunting and gun caliber and stuff like that. But like, man, even I know like so many people like crap on
They do.
the 6.5 Creedmoor.
They call it a 6.5 Needmore.
Yeah, and I always
I love the round.
I'm always wondering. I'm like, do you just suck at using it?
Yeah.
Or like, because like even like I'm not like some expert hunter. Like I said, like, and I've hunted growing up stuff, and that trip was the first time I've really hunted with 6.5.
Right.
I killed everything there with it. Like
Episode 3, Thermal Thugs. Here we are at a remote location here at the ranch in Richmond, Texas on the Brazos River. Special guest this time for episode 3, a good friend of mine. And let's see, we got influencer, gamer, big game hunter now.
yeah.
Anything you need to add to that? Power lifter?
Yeah, of sorts. Yeah. We're doing a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
now. Yeah.
No, glad to have you out. It's not our first time to hunt together. It is our first time to bring you on with Wave Thermal and get you behind one. And you looked through it at SHOT Show. You were amazed. Liked the product, and you and I have hunted together before, so it was a good fit.
Yeah.
And we brought you on as a brand ambassador now. Glad to have you.
Yeah,
you finally get to hunt with it last night, and just glad to have you out, man.
Oh, dude, yeah, this was a blast. It is absolutely insane optic.
Yeah.
Dude, it's so sick.
Yeah, it's always cool to see people look through it in the wild and at night.
Oh,
and
so crisp.
yeah. And the conditions weren't perfect. We had a little storm before, and the humidity was up, but you were still amazed. And
You could see everything perfect, but like even like the deer, like if it vaguely looked like something else as soon as you focused in on it, this is obviously a deer. Everything is so crystal clear through that thing. It was awesome.
cool.
Yeah.
Well, let's back up. Let's talk about the big game hunter. 'Cause, that's something on my bucket list that I haven't done yet. You recently just did a hunt.
Yeah, man. I got to go to South Africa with Q.
Great company.
God, dude, like that's something that I think a lot of people that hunt, like they always hope, dream about. And that was something I was like, man, maybe eventually I'll get to do something like that. But whenever I met with those guys, they took me up to their shop. I think it's New Hampshire. Took me up there, took me through the tour, taught me as much as, I could take in a freaking day about it. And they're like, well, dude, like, you should come to South Africa with us sometime and hunt. I was like, yes, that would be amazing. Just let me know. He's like, okay, well, how's next month? I was
Wow.
like, yes,
that quick.
Let's do it. Yeah. So, yeah, man, we set it up and went down there. Friggin', it's like 2 days of travel just to like get through the place. But holy crap, like absolutely gorgeous there. That was with Crusader Safaris and Q, and we filmed all kinds of stuff. And I had like no expectations. Like, I was like, I'll probably kill a few things. And they're like, no, they're like, whatever you want to hunt here, go get it. And I was like, oh,
They gave you the green light.
yeah. I was like, oh, okay. Even like the PH that was with me, they're like, what do you want Caleb hunting? Like, is there anything? They're like, no. They're like, every day, like, take him out, and go find something. Wow. I was like, well, okay. But man, like animals that I had never even like heard of.
Yeah.
Just wandering around like at the lodge, like, after breakfast, you're out on the patio sitting there and I'm like, what is that? Well, what is that? And like just so many different like types of impala that I had never heard of. It was so awesome.
Oh yeah.
Dude. Yeah.
A lot of different species down there.
Yeah. Like, and all the big ones, just absolutely beautiful there. And, I ended up getting like 10 or 11 animals.
Wow.
When I was down there.
So I think I asked you this last night, but what was your favorite animal?
The kudu, man.
Yeah.
That
was a nice.
That was one that I knew of, and like they have them here in like ranches in Texas and stuff like that. They have a lot of exotic game, but like the price on them here is insane, dude. Like so crazy. It's like a lot of these ranches like starting out, it's like 20, 30 grand for a kudu, and then down there it's like 1/10 that. So like what you could spend on one big animal here, you could do a whole 2-week trip in South Africa, and hunt, 6 or 7 crazy animals.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, we got that kudu, and we drove around for a good part of the morning, looking around trying to find a good size one, and we were scoping and just glassing mountainsides and stuff, and it's just everywhere. It's like you almost don't realize that, like you're looking so intent on looking that you're like, whoa, like. This is gorgeous. Like the whole, like everywhere, every single turn, every new mountain you're on is like so pretty, and not really what I expected. I expected like more savanna type
Right.
look, and like, but it was so like, I don't know if it was just because it was like during the rainy season or what, but like so green and lush and like really thick mountain areas, and then we'd do these switchbacks that would go up on top of these mountains, and then it's just rolling green
Yeah.
like
I saw some of the
plains, dude.
pictures. It's
God, so gorgeous. So yeah, we got on that kudu. I don't think I only got him. He was like 300 and some yards away, but shot right through the like back and came right out the chest. And,
caliber did you use?
6.5 Creedmoor.
Nice.
That was the main caliber I used for everything. And it's, you know, and I'm not like a pro when it comes to like hunting and gun calibers and stuff like that. But like, man, like even I know like so many people like crap on
They do.
the
They,
6.5
they
Creedmoor.
call it a 6.5 need more.
Yeah, and I always
I love the round.
I'm always wondering. I'm like, do you just suck at using it,
Yeah.
or like, because like even like I'm not like some expert hunter. Like I said, like, and I've hunted growing up and stuff, and that trip was the first time I've really hunted with 6.5. I killed everything there with it. Like
And that was the fix. The key fix?
yeah, that was the fix. Yeah,
Yep.
we were testing out a handful of guns down there, and they're working on the Mega Fix. I got my Zebra with that Mega Fix 7 PRC, and that was wicked. That was like 700 some yards.
Wow.
But yeah, man, I got the kudu and the red lechwe the same day. I'm getting both of those in shoulder mounts because they're just so gorgeous.
Yeah, that's my next question.
my
Shoulder
God.
mounts,
Yeah.
yeah.
Shoulder mounts of those for sure because they're so pretty. The racks on both of them are so insane. Now, like when I was talking to him about getting out, I was like, I don't even think these are going to fit in my place.
Right.
I was like, I'd have to mount this like a foot from the ground.
Right.
Because those
Yeah.
horns go so
They are, man.
yeah. So I'm gonna have to figure out where I'm gonna put them all. But yeah, dude, we got. Let me think of what all we got. We got a mountain reed the first day. It was a little smaller Impala, and then I got my wildebeest. I got kudu, red lechwe, an Impala, springbuck, a blessed buck,
Wow.
zebra, a huge warthog. And dude, that warthog hunt we did was so.
So the warthog, are you doing a Euro mount or what?
I'm just doing a skull mount
Yeah,
of it. Yeah. And that was such a fun. We were just cruising around. It was like as the sun was going down, it was starting to get dark, and we were in the area. We're like, yeah, there's like usually a lot of big hogs here. Like we'll go, end of the day, we'll go see if we can't grab one. And we're cruising around this curve, and there's like a hole up at the top of the mountain. It seemed like just like a little cave. And as we're driving by, our tracker signals us to stop. We all start looking at it. You can see just a tusk peeking
wow.
out, like the sun is like shining on, like just enough at the front of the cave. You can see just a big tusk peeking out. And we're like, oh crap! Like, how are we going to lure this thing out?
Yeah.
So I set up on the front of the cruiser, and then Kevin was at the back. He's like, all right. He's like, I'm going to shoot at the rim of the cave and try and lure him out, and you be ready to blast him.
Oh, cool.
So he shoots one, and it moves a little bit. And then he shoots further into the cave, and it comes darting out, like just running straight down the mountain. And I like waited for a little bit because I didn't want to shoot it in the face and like mess something up.
Yeah, bust
And
his skull.
I waited for him to like turn. As soon as he turned, I drilled him once, like in like midsection. He slowed down. Kevin shot him, like blew his whole foot off.
Wow.
And then after he like walked behind a bush, he was like limping, and I hit one more in his eye, and he fucking dropped.
That's awesome.
Dude, but it was so sick. But man, those trackers down there, they're small as heck, man, but they can
Yeah.
move.
They
dude.
cover some ground.
They can drag stuff like. So I was like, I wanted this one, and I like killed it. So I was like, so I'll go help him drag it down.
Right.
And God, I could barely keep up with him, man.
Yeah.
We had to like. He had a tusk, and I had a tusk, and we were just dragging it. It's all just like a rocky mountainside. I'm breaking my ankles trying to keep up with him, dude. But
What a cool experience.
yeah, it was so fun. We got pictures of everything, man. But yeah, I got
That's awesome.
all of those. Saw some really nice. A water buck was one I had never heard of too, and it was gorgeous. It's got like almost like a target right on its
Yeah.
butt, like a perfect white
Yep.
circle. And so they were like, dude, when you come back, we've got another property you can come to. And he's like, we'll get all the animals that weren't here, like the eland, bigger water buck, the Nyala. And the Nyala was a really pretty one too. I'd never seen that one. And those were wandering around down like at the lodge and stuff. So pretty. Yeah, water buck, Nyala, eland, the golden wildebeest. They were talking about they have like bigger ones of those in their other property. Just so yeah, I've got like a whole other
Wow.
trip worth of animals.
What a lifetime hunt, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. Like it just seemed it was so surreal the whole time I was there, man. Like just perfect weather the whole time. Like every day I was getting like stuff like I had neither never heard of.
Right.
didn't expect to get. And then like it was the same way for everybody else. Everybody else was killing stuff all day too, because we were filming the hunting series.
Yeah.
And I got to be the host of that, and they're talking about releasing that sometime later this month or maybe early next month.
That'll be neat and entertaining,
dude. Yeah,
you the host.
It's such a good concept. I'll be really surprised if it doesn't get picked up by some network or some streaming service, because it was very funny too, and that's like I think that sets that aside from a lot of normal hunting shows. Like they kept it really interesting, and it was like neck and neck the whole season. So
talking about funny and comedic side, let's back up for our audience. Tell us kind of how you got started out, because I know personally I've been following you probably for, I don't know, 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
On Instagram with your comedian side. Just tell us about like how you became, like just the backstory.
Dude, so I've been making videos since I was like 12 or 13. Me and my buddies, it was like prime Jackass.
Yeah.
That was so we started off like we did like a children's version of that, basically.
Right.
We would do like some silly stunts.
How old were you
like
then?
12.
12.
Yeah. I was 12 when we first started making some YouTube videos, and some of those, there's a lot of those that are still on YouTube. But so we'd make like some silly little like us doing dangerous stuff, and then we started making some funny skits. And kind of as we got older and like out of high school, everybody went off and was kind of doing their own thing. They were like, one went to this college, one went to that college, one got married and moved away, whatever. And so we all stayed close, but like we weren't hanging out as much. So we didn't really make videos for a few years. But then whatever iPhone it was like 3 or 4 when you could finally start recording like some decent quality videos. I was like, I want to start making them again.
Yeah.
And I started making just like some goofy characters, and I always played on like the more redneck side, because like that was always really popular. Almost like the whole group, like Jeff Foxworthy and all those guys. Like I had like a character that was like similar to that I called West Virginia Dad. It was just like ultra redneck dad. I had like some skits where I was like getting pissed at my wife because she was giving me hell because I like taped over a kid's birthday with some like monster truck jam or something like that, and like that's
actually happened in my family before.
Yeah, and it's like it's relatable. Like so that's why people like can cling on to it, because it's like it's relatable enough. But then whenever I was working at Advanced Auto Parts, the people that would come in there, man, like I could have made a whole fucking movie just about
and this is in West Virginia.
Yeah, this is in West Virginia, and like they are all so ridiculous. Like a lot of these guys, they're running auto like shops out of their garage.
Right.
And they come in there, dude, and they'll have the biggest chaw of tobacco in their mouth. It's dripping down their face into their shirt, and they're wanting parts, and they'll get something, and 5 minutes later they're back like, no, that was the wrong part. You gave me the wrong thing. And I'm like, no, you told me the wrong thing.
Right.
And it was just all day long. And like these guys like kind of became inspiration for like some more skits. And then I started doing one about a tobacco line that I was coming out with called Yeehaw Chew.
Yeah.
And it was like based on like a particular dude that came here with just every time he'd talk, he was spitting like full leaves out. It's so, like his mouth was so full of it. So I would like do that character, and I would have a whole mouth like full. It was like a whole bag of Red Man that I was using. So every time I talked, like it's just like spraying out. Yeah. And so I came up with like my own flavors of tobacco, and I'm like, I've got this new tobacco coming out called Yeehaw Chew. And like one of the flavors I called Mountain Chew, and it was just like I made like a bag, and it was just like a bunch of tobacco like with Mountain Dew in it. And I had a line where I was like, Dale Earnhardt came to me in a dream and was like, Caleb, you got to put the dew in the chew. I was like, all right, Dale,
and this was a video?
Yeah. I was like, I'd trust anything that passed through that beautiful mustache of yours. And so then it was like me talking about that. I was like, you don't even got to spit, you just drink it, because the spit turns into Mountain Dew. And so that was one of my like first.
That would actually sell.
Yeah, it would. Oh, dude, it absolutely would. And like, who knows, man? Like, I think it would be funny to like eventually, especially like all the brands I'm working with now with like cigars and like nicotine pouches, stuff like that. Like
spin-off spoof
to actually release a line of like chew or something and make a Mountain Dew flavored one, because it would probably crush, and it would be so funny to like kind of like do that full circle. But yeah, that was the first video that went like, I had made one prior that was talking about the chew. It got like a couple 100,000 views, and I was like, oh crap. I was like,
this works.
I was like, this is like, let me do another one. And then that one got like a couple million views. And it was funny because if you've ever heard Emery King, he did the Chevy Silverado videos. He was the guy, that was like some of his most notable stuff. he's like messaging me. He's like, hey man, he's like, I'm going to share this video. He's like, it's so funny. He's like, so many of your videos are so funny. He's like, I'm going to share this and help give it a little push. He's like, get ready. He's like, your stuff's going to blow up. And you know, I was at Advanced Auto, and he called. He's like, man, he's like, hey, can I call you? And I was like, oh, I was like, yeah. I was like, I recognize this guy, and he gave me the rundown. He's like, go change these settings in your Facebook. He's like, because it's going to get a lot to handle. So yeah, he like helped that along and helped that video like blow up. And you know, I made a handful more of those, and then I started like introducing my other like skits and other characters and stuff in, and it just kind of kept going. And this was around 2015, I think, and 2014, 2015, and it just kept growing. I kept making the skits and stuff, and I was in school for physical therapy at the time, or physical therapy assistant. And right when I was about to start the actual program, like 2 weeks before, I got a notification on Facebook. It was like, hey, like you were a part of this program, like you now get paid for your videos and stuff. We can run ads stuff. And I was like, and then like I saw like the paycheck I got for it. I was like, oh, pissed. I was like, well, crap, I'm gonna go all for this, man. I was like, this is what I want to do anyways. I was like, I'll just not go back to school this semester and see if I can make this work. And then, dude, I've just been doing it ever since, full time, making videos, and started getting like sponsors from companies, and they'd send me products just to, like, use in a video, or, like wear hats or shirts in a video, and then, you know, beard products and like energy drinks, and then it just kept spiraling. And then I got hooked up with Black Rifle. They hit me up. It was Jared. He was like, man, he's like, we love your videos. You should come hang out, film some stuff with us. And I was like, all right. And I had just gotten out of a relationship, so I didn't really have like anything holding me there. So I came to visit Texas. I was only supposed to be there for 4 or 5 days. We filmed a couple ads, and like I met people, and like we're just kind of hitting it off, joking around. They're like, well, we've got another group coming next week. Like, you should stay and meet them too, and film with them too. I'm like, all right. So I just stayed another week, and they're like, well, we've got this event going on next week. You should stay for that too. And I was like, okay. And it just kept going. I ended up being there for like 3 months.
Wow.
I remember my mom being like, are you coming back?
Right.
And I was like, I don't know. But then they were like, man, like, we're having a lot of fun, and we think you like fit well. Like, you should just move down here if you want, and like work with us full time. And I was like, oh, well, too easy.
Yeah.
So I went home and situated everything there, and then drove back down. And I've been in Texas for about 5 years now, and been working for Black Rifle the whole time. And that just led to, like, you know, new connections and new companies that I work with. And now I'm director of marketing for With the People Holsters. I work for Black Rifle full time. Yeah, and they're like all great there. I have quite a few like sponsors, but it's like full like year deals and things like that. And now I've got all the sponsors in like the gaming community, because I love to like game, and I play games with all my friends and stuff. Like I work with Call of Duty, and I've got like, you know, Meta PCs, like a computer sponsor, and like all of that world. And then now I've got like all my weightlifting sponsors, like supplements and like different gym apparel, and then like Transcend that does all the peptides and such.
That's the one thing that I really appreciate about you is like you're not a one-trick pony.
Yeah.
You're not like just the hunter.
Yeah.
You're not just the gamer.
Yeah. I mean, and you know, just as guys, like I mean, you know, like just people in general, like you have hobbies, like you have a lot of things that you like, and I think me sticking to like just the comedy stuff, like as my main thing, is like it allows me to work with anybody, because like funny stuff, like it works with anybody, man. If you can make somebody laugh, like they're in. So like when it comes to companies and like trying to make ads and stuff, if you can make something funny and it's related to a product, people are like, yeah, that's like, I'm in, like, let me try that.
And you've done stand-up before, right?
Yeah. We there for a while, man.
Improv.
Yeah, I've always had like a handful of jokes that I'm like that would be funnier as stand-up.
Yeah.
So, and it's mostly like stories from like growing up, and like I can like you know, make larger than life, or like embellish a little bit and just make them extra funny. So yeah, we did stand up a couple times, and it was really fun, and we've talked about doing it more. We did like we performed at House of Blues in Vegas, and for like a big veteran thing, Burbiz, and that was really fun. And then we sold out the Vulcan in Austin that night. It went so well. They were like, dude, like anytime y'all want to come back, like, let us know. We'll give you whatever Thursday or Friday you want.
That's cool.
And yeah, and Vulcan was the main comedy club before a Comedy Mothership came in. So it was like really cool that went so well. And like, obviously, like, you know, that's to refine your set, you know, doing stand up, like you just got to do it. You got to do it a lot. Like like, that was very new to me. Like I definitely had like some stories that are good, but like plenty of things that I could like revamp. But it was fun because like a lot of people that were there like were already there because they like knew who I was. Like, oh yeah, like I got to see this crap. So we had good turnouts at all of them. So that was like already like kind of set us up for some laughs. But stand up is just a whole different world, and I think we want to try it some more eventually. We were going to do like a little tour, but something came up, and we got busy with other work for like Black Rifle. We're like, well, we'll just come back to this at some point, and we haven't done it in gosh about a year now. But yeah, I'd like to.
Stand up has made a huge comeback,
dude. Yeah, there's
the whole Killed Tony.
Yeah, oh yeah, man, and I think they're really helping the stand up come back to life too, about all the content they make from it, and all the like silly people they get up there. So yeah, they're definitely making stand up like way more popular again. And that whole Austin scene is like that's a stand up scene.
Yeah,
and that's where like a lot of people like they don't even care about going to LA anymore. They like want to come to Austin and try and get on Kill Tony or be wherever Joe Rogan's at.
Right.
So yeah, man, it was a lot of fun and whole different experience, like getting to like interact with the crowd while you're telling a joke and stuff. It's definitely like nerve wracking for sure. But yeah, that was a good time, and it's fun to kind of like step out on your element of like just making skits and like filming things. But deep down, the skit stuff is my favorite though, because I can like.
I mean, that's where you started. That's how I got hooked up.
It's so fun, man. Just like
what do you call when you talk? You're the 1-dimensional, 2-dimensional, where you play two characters. What is that? Is there
I
a
don't
name
even
for that?
know if there's a name for it, but like that's.
I always wondered.
Yeah.
How hard that would be.
Yeah, and
it's almost like you're talking to yourself.
Yeah, and it's fun because a lot of the times like I will just to keep it in my mind. A lot of times when I film something, I come up with a general idea. And I'm just like, all right, I'm just gonna start filming and saying stuff and see where it goes. And like I'll play 2 or 3 different characters in a video, and I feel like anytime I play like at least 3 characters is when it can get really funny, because then it's like a conversation is going on between me and one guy, and then there's always another guy that just kind of like adds to it, where he's just like, kind of like puts extra inflection on stuff. And like they're fun, man.
I think that's why people gravitate towards you so much, because you will do stuff and say stuff that they think about, but yet they won't do what they're saying.
Yeah,
and I'm one of those people.
Yeah, because it's a lot of the stuff I try to make is like I know people have thought this before,
right?
Like so it makes it easy to like to just make something that's relatable, because dude, it's so ridiculous. Just these little ideas or like the intrusive thoughts that people have, and just like using those. Oh my God, yeah, plenty of people have thought this is going to connect with some people, so it's fun, man.
And I'm sure that's why Black Rifle, they saw that in you.
Yeah, and then it's like, because the same way, like just getting to do that with other people that have that same way of thinking.
Right.
It's so easy. Like when you get in this world and it's other people that make skits like that, and you get together and like, cause in West Virginia, man, like there wasn't anybody else that was like really making videos the way I am. Like there's a couple of other influencers I know that are from West Virginia, but like they don't do like the type of stuff I was doing. So like once you get around, and I'm sure you experience this too, like you get around like-minded people.
Dude.
And it just like
it
clicks
takes off,
and runs, and you're just like, oh yeah, we could do this. Oh yeah, we could do. Oh, this would be funny. And it just like, and it just goes to show like how much, like once I moved to Texas, started being around more people like this, more in this world, like how much my career has changed, how much it's grown, and like all the opportunities that it's led to, just because like, like people see you like, oh, this guy's with that group now. Well, crap, like I want to get him to come do some stuff with me, like, and it just keeps snowballing, dude. It's so fun, and like this has been.
Do you go back home often?
Not really. I went home last August, and I was there for like 10 days, and me and I hung out with my family. We went to the beach and stuff. And
are you a local? I'm sure you're a local celebrity now.
Yeah. Like honestly. I didn't really like go out really anywhere when I was home this last time, but even before I left, like it was getting to the point where like anywhere I went, somebody was like recognizing me. But now, like now I've got like all like people from high school all the time like messaging me and like there's like this and that. I've been like, dude, like I was at this place and somebody was talking about you. Like they were like, in a different state. They're like, I was down here doing work, and somebody was like, "Show me one of your videos," and I was like, "Dude," I was like, "I went to school with him," and they're like, "What?" Like, so, like, yeah, it's crazy
It's
how much
funny.
it's spread.
One of my relatives sent a video of yours to me. Like he didn't know that we knew each other.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm hunting with him in a couple of days. It's like, what? No way.
That's
He
awesome.
hunts. Yeah. So it was pretty cool, man.
Yeah,
To
yeah.
see you blow up.
It's yeah, like obviously like Instagram can be real finicky with like the hunting and gun content. So a lot of people don't know that I like him,
Yeah.
like into that world. And like I grew up hunting, I always had guns, but I never had like a collection or
Yeah.
anything. I always like, I
You
did,
do now.
yeah, yeah. Now, yeah, I never like. I always was like, I was like, I could probably think of a better way to spend my money and stuff. But then, like through all this, like working with all these gun companies and optic companies and suppressors and stuff like that, now I have like such a collection of like just like my dream guns and like all my favorite guns from video games and things like
Yeah.
that. Like I've been able to like get and build out. So yeah, man, it just like it's unreal. Always like every like month, some new opportunities coming up or some new thing. I'm just like, man, this is like insane. Like we were talking earlier about like some of the people we've met, like doing
Oh, yeah.
this and just how like surreal.
We both grew up watching Jackass.
yeah.
CKY, and then you, Bam Margera was that get your place.
Bam was living with us for like 2 months, and like we work with Travis Pastrana all the time, and he'll come and visit, and it was just so funny. Like even Brent was talking about it, like when we were down, he was down there for Thanksgiving, and I like killed a turkey and like dressed it up and did it all, and a whole 9 yards, and just him being in there with like a whole plate, and he's like, this is the best turkey I've ever had. I'm just like, man, I was like, this is like so weird.
Yeah.
Like, just sitting here like thinking back to like what big fans of him, me and my buddy, like we even had like the Heartogram skateboards and everything, man. Like we were big fans, and it's just like so good. I'm like, well, here I am now. I'm cooking him Thanksgiving dinner.
That's crazy.
It's just so ridiculous.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
So let's talk a little bit about last night's hunt.
Yeah.
We kind of all got in late here, and we really didn't even have time to bait, or I didn't, but I knew that the river was up and the hogs were in here, and didn't take long for us to get on them. We had Angel from Sandy Creek join us. Always good to have him help out. Yeah, he is. And we got on our first group probably within 15 minutes.
Yeah, if that, yeah.
And we had sighted in your new 86Q boombox.
Yeah.
With the Wave Thermal. We have you outfitted with the Tempest 650 LRF. On top of that, 86, and that's
a combo.
It is a
That's
combo, man.
Dude.
And we'll show some of the video from the hunt. But like, man, that gun, when we were sighting it in, I knew that it was quiet. And Kevin always makes quiet guns, but just the thump, the impact it has on the hog, that's all you hear, man.
Dude, and that's such a big bullet.
280
grams. And then I've got some 300s with me, and I've got the ones at home from, I think it's Phantom Defense. They're like 340 or something. And
it's a big bullet.
It's that one, it sprawls out. Like when it hits, it becomes like almost like a claw. And spins around inside, like just insane, like a blender going through them. But yeah, huge bullet. So quiet, man. That was the first time. Whenever they came down and we demoed a bunch of their guns, I had shot a full auto one and stuff, but it had been so long that like I hadn't shot that suppressed until yesterday, and I was like, wow. I was like, this is so quiet.
Yeah.
Like, it's awesome. Yeah, they crush it. All their gun designs are so nuts. Their suppressors rule. Like,
what is that suppressor called again?
I think that's the short chop.
Short chop.
They have the pork chop and the short chop. For
KB, these names he has,
dude, they're great, man. They're
so
great.
innovative.
All of them. They've got their new 5.56 one that just came out. That's what was that called? The Southpaw.
Yep.
Yeah, he's got good names for all of them. They've got
I have full Nelson, half Nelson, Trash Panda, Thunder Chicken, Jumbo Shrimp.
Yep.
On my 6.5. So
They've got a couple of new ones coming out. They're working on. Was like they were already like talk about the ridiculous names that'll come for them. But dude, just everything they make is so like sleek looking, and like the designs are so nuts, and like the things they're doing internally is like revolutionary stuff. Like in their trigger system, he was like going on and on about their new trigger system and how like easy it is, and it's like a full drop in that you can just like put into pretty much anything. And God, like it's all just it all shoots great. It all performs so well. It's so smooth. Just like just like as good as it can get.
Yeah, my Honey Badger is still one of my favorite.
That's like one of their like flagship guns. Like when people like if they don't know Q and you're like the honey badger, they're like, oh yeah,
Right.
and yeah, like dude, those guns are so insane. I've been like really building this boom box out, and I've got my mini fix I've been building out. I've got a few more parts coming for it, and it'll be done. Just put a new scope on it, and that Reptilia like direct mount. What else did I get? That bipod. I think it's the Q bipod too. It's called the kickstand.
Yep.
Got that for it, and a couple other like Q parts for it. So then it'll be done, and that's just like the guns are just so gorgeous too.
Right.
Like that whatever this like flat like matte but like still kind of shiny. Like
They definitely it Johnny Sports Shop where Angel works, like when everything's in the case side by side, everybody gravitates toward the Cube because it's multicolor.
Oh yeah,
short.
It looks
short
so
barrel,
nice. Yeah.
crazy stocks.
Oh yeah. The stocks are so cool. Those extending stocks. Yeah, just everything about the gun is just like awesome. Like, yeah, it's so different from like most gun manufacturers.
Right.
Yeah, they're insane.
So yeah, we got a few pigs last night.
Yeah.
We were short hunt, a couple hours, get in and get out.
Yeah,
we were all kind of
too
tired.
easy. Yeah.
And special shout out to Angel.
Yeah, oh yeah. Always
brought his
awesome
buggy
having him here.
loaded
Yeah,
up. Yep.
yeah. He's a
I don't
great
see how he does it, man. He does it 5-6
all
nights
the
a week.
time. Yeah, he was talking about it too, man. And he was saying he would love it if he's just gonna do it full time.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got to stay on top of it, man, or those farmers pressure him to go out there and kill pigs.
I bet,
So,
man. Yeah,
he's
because
always getting
that other
calls.
property you guys have is like monstrous. It's
huge.
like thousands. Yeah, it's like so. I bet it does get nuts out there.
Yep.
You guys were talking about one of your hunts you did recently. Like, how many did you say you guys got?
Oh man, the record out here is 96, and like probably,
insane.
and it was actually a tournament. It was called the South Texas Shootout.
Yeah.
And you had 24 hours to kill as many pigs as possible, and we won it with 96. That was the first year, and we actually had to bring all 96 pigs in on a trailer.
Oh my God.
And that was half the battle, man. Loading them up, finding 96, if you can imagine, all spread out.
Yeah.
And so then they kind of wised up, and like the second year they had it, last minute they'll say, okay, right before the tournament starts, cut off their left ear and bring that in.
Oh, easy.
Yeah. So, and polygraph. I mean, it's a big deal. Like I was the one that drew the short straw to take the polygraph, and I mean, this professional polygrapher came in, hooked me up, and so they're just making sure that everybody, no one cheated.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, man, it was fun, and those tournaments, the cash prizes now in some of these tournaments, like the Wise County Big Hog, man, it was like a $70,000
Holy crap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the West Texas Big Bobcat,
Yeah.
those pots are getting up to 60, 70,000 as well for Bobcat. So it's night hunting is taking off, and the industry is very competitive, and I'm lucky to be with Fusion and Wave, and man, we're grateful to have you.
Yeah.
When I talked to you at SHOT, I know that there were several other companies that were courting you, and then I had an existing relationship with you, and so it all worked out, man.
Easy. And I mean, like that's been the best one that I've seen so far.
Yeah,
So that's
when you
an easy
look through
choice.
it, I think you look through all the other
yeah.
ones.
Yeah, you're like
So.
you're like, oh yeah, this is too easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So yeah, well, I'm gonna keep coming back here. It's always
It's a short drive for 3 hours.
Yeah, like 3 hour drive, too easy. All the properties are so sick. This is the new one you guys have got is like gorgeous out here. So yeah, that's an easy combo.
So what's in the future? Any big plans? I know you had talked about your cigar venture.
Yeah. So always been a big fan of cigars. I went to Nicaragua here a couple months ago with Warfighter. I've done some stuff with them in the past, and I've always wanted to do a cigar. And then we just kind of started talking about it. They're like, well, like we could at least help you out in some way. Like you should come to Nicaragua with us and go see our factory, go see the fields, go see it from a sprout to it being harvested, and then the drying barns, and then the processing facility, all the way to the rolling like factory where they just like tables and tables of them like rolling them by hand all day. And dude, it's like it was so much to take in, but it was so cool. And it was like the place we were at, they still do it like very old school. Like the barns, it's just an old barn. Like like a lot of these places are using like, temperature controlled facilities and things like that. This was just an old barn out, a field. And They said if they ever have, because the humidity down there is like usually the same year round.
Yeah.
They can control that pretty easy. Excuse me. But if they ever have like any humidity issues, they'll just start like little coal fires inside of those barns in like different corners of it to try and like regulate that humidity inside of them. So they're still doing the old school. I got to learn how to wrap some of my own cigars. So I wrapped 3 or 4, and like I'll probably keep some of those for God as long as I can. But we were smoking so many cigars every day while I was down there. God, it was like 10 to 12 cigars a day.
Wow.
Just kind of like learning, like, all right, this is this combination of wrappers and this is that one. And just like figuring out what ones I really, really liked. And I chose like 3 or 4, and I was like, all right, these are some of my favorites. Like, all right. So then they laid out a huge table and laid out all the components of all those cigars for me, like the wrappers, the binders, the fillers. They were all there. And they had the name of them and like where they're from and everything on each one of them. So I was just like getting to like smell them and feel them and look at the color and the texture of them and kind of get an idea of like what I wanted mine to look like. And I wanted it to be a little more bold, not like too strong though, but a darker look to it. So I came up with like a combination and gave it to them, and they're like, "All right, is it cool?" He's like, "We'll wrap 40 of these," and they did it, and it was done in like they were wrapped in like an hour. So the thing with cigars is if you wrap it, you can smoke it day of, or you have to wait a few months. Because they start to, once they get like a little moisture in them, they have to ferment.
I did not know that.
Yeah. So once they've been wrapped and like the moisture starts to release like fermentation in the tobacco leaf, like all the nicotine and stuff, they have to like settle down basically, or it'll just taste like ammonia.
Right.
So you can smoke it day of, and that always tastes amazing day of. But then like we smoked them, and it was me and John. He's one of the main owners, and a couple of the other guys. We smoked it, fucking tasted amazing. We're like, cool, like that's a good combo. Now let's see what it's like in a few months. So rolled like 20 more, brought them home, put them in a special humidor by themselves, and just let them sit for 3 months. And then had another meeting with them, brought them over. We all smoked them, and they were like, "This is pretty nice. This is different than anything that we make, and it's nice." And I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "I feel like it came out good." They're like, "Yeah." They're like, "This is a good combo." So they're like, "Well, you want to move forward with this, man? Like let's do it." And so they gave me like the parameters and stuff, and like what I got to do to get it going. So now I'm working on, me and Brenner are working on band designs for like, and it'll probably be called the Grizzly Puncher. Like
there we go.
To stick.
How'd that name come about?
Dude, that's my friggin' video game name since I was little.
Yeah.
Like it was just I thought it sounded cool because like me and my buddies all had like silly gamer names. I just thought it sounded like funny. I was just like, I'm like this.
It's catchy, man.
Yeah, it's fun. And so
and you fit the bill.
Yeah.
I'd like to see you punch a grizzly.
So that's just become like my branding for my stuff, like my beard care line with Beard Octane and all my merchandise. And like anytime I have some kind of release with a company or something, it's usually my Grizzly Puncher line. But so we're going to do a Grizzly Puncher, and so we're working on the logos with that, and like coming up with band designs, like what we want on the band, and like what color scheme and all that. And then we'll send it to them to get like redone in the right format. And once we settle on a band, it's basically a go time.
Heck yeah.
Then we'll place an order, and they said it usually takes about 100 to 120 days to get that order in.
So the step from there, how does that work? Is it mostly when a new brand like that of cigars, are you going directly to tobacco shops? Or are you going to online, or what?
So it'll with this being a specialty drop and it being like something I've never done before, it'll probably majority be online.
Gotcha.
I think we'll probably carry it in the local Bernie store because Warfighter has a humidor in there, and I think it's like just them in there. So we might keep it in there too, because that'd be fun just to stock them up like locally. But I'm going to do 100 boxes, so we got to work on a box design too. So 100 boxes of them, and I think it'll be like 10 or 20 that come in a box. And then like, I think we're starting with like 5,000 or 6,000 cigars.
Wow.
And
let me know. I want a box.
Oh yeah. Like I'm going to get a handful of them and send to people, so I'll send one. Yeah. But 100 boxes and whatever X amount of cigars we get. And dude, it's we've been building it up for like a good while now. We've already got some people are asking me all the time, like, when does your cigar come out? When does yours come out? And even they're like, dude, we have people asking us all the time when your cigar is coming out. So we have like really high expectations of how this is going to go. And they've been doing this for years and years. They've got a huge subscriber base. Like every time they drop a new cigar, like it usually sells out like within the first week. So like we're fully expecting that we're going to have to double the order size like very soon after this releases. So that would be amazing. Yeah, because like even like margins on cigars are so nice. Like this could be like a huge career change for me too. Like this could just be like really great for me as well.
But I was sitting here thinking, I was like, man, I hope he don't blow up and then just drop all the comedy and the honey.
No, yeah, dude. I don't think no matter what I'm doing, like I don't think I could ever stop.
It might give you more time.
Yeah. Oh, and yeah, literally. And if anything, it'll give me like more time to just do the comedy videos because now like I'm working with so many companies. Half of the month each month I'm filming content for companies or ads or flying here and there to go meet with that company and do a deal or that one. Like I just got back from Arizona with Meta PCs and like but like that's one like I'll probably keep doing stuff with because like especially like how this group is like all the guys are awesome like all the like when it's a company that I really click with and it's like something I'm already doing, it's too easy to work with them. Like you can just hang out.
It's not a dreadful trip.
No, it's fun. Like the whole time, even like though we were every day I was there, we were filming from like 9 to 3 or 4 every day, like just filming skits and stuff, just like spitting them out. Like we were there with Ricky Berwick and like he had a bunch of ideas and then he's so awesome. It's so funny. He's just so,
my kids follow him.
Yeah. He's just so chill in real life. Like he's just like hanging out, like have a conversation, just doing his own thing. And then when it's time to like switch it on, he gets nuts. It's hilarious. So he's awesome. That whole group is so fun. All the guys that work at Meta were like so fun and funny. So we just like cranked out a bunch of content and then just hung out. They had like a killer Airbnb for us. So like we'd film all day and then we'd go hang out in the pool for a few hours and then go eat or go bounce around bars and stuff. It was awesome. We had like a big convention we were going to that they had a booth at. So got to go do that and, just like meet people. So and
how much time do you spend streaming and gaming?
Dude, I'm trying to crank it up again because there for a while, during COVID, streaming became my main income for like about 2 years, man. Because like everything was closed down. Like, dude, and gosh, I got just fat during that because like I didn't have a gym, I didn't have a home gym, no gyms near, especially in West Virginia. Like the closest gym to me was already about 30 minutes away. Yeah, and then all of them were closed. Right. So, dude, I like was just sitting around. I would do my like content throughout the day, what other little bull crap I had to do, and then I would stream for 6 and 7 hours almost every night. So it was growing really good during COVID, but then whenever that calmed down, I was able to start doing real stuff again. I like slacked off. Like I didn't even stream for like 2 or 3 months in a row at one point. And the thing with streaming is it if you want it to do really well, like it's got to be like a job. Yeah. Like it's people get so used to tuning into you, like you become people's nighttime TV show. Yeah. And if you don't stay on top of it, like you'll just lose that audience. They're on.
I had no idea too the revenue stream of some of these top streamers, dude, man. We take a bunch of them hunting.
It's nuts. Even what I was averaging like 70 to 80 viewers, and even that I was making like 10 to 12,000 a month just from streaming. That like wasn't sponsors or anything. That was just streaming. So it was becoming like a really awesome revenue. So these guys that have like fucking 50 and 60,000 viewers regularly, they're making crazy money. Like some of them are close to $1 million a month on that stuff. So absolutely insane. So and it's I already love playing games. Like I play games regularly. It's how me and like all my friends like kind of stay connected and we play them together. And obviously like all my friends do like content or they stream as well. So it's like it's just kind of working for all of us. Like we're all making money doing it, but it's like how we hang out and goof around anyways. So it's a lot of fun, man. I play a little bit of like everything these days, but we play a lot of Call of Duty because it's just like we're always been Call of Duty fans, and that's like our favorite. That and like when the new Battlefield comes out, we're going to be all over that. But yeah, you got to like when I stream 4 or 5 nights a week at least when I'm home. Stream for 2 or 3 hours most of the time. I'll get on around 9 or 10 and stream till.
And that's when that's like the magic hours when people want to watch.
Especially, and honestly, what got so rough was because a lot of my viewership is like West Coast, so like they're fucking 2 hours behind. Yeah, so like I notice like the longer I'm on, the more my viewers go up. I'm like, God, like. It's getting 1, 2 a.m. and I've got my most viewers. So like you want to play to keep trying to grow, but it's like you're getting wore out. But Yeah, man, I'm trying to like really crank down on it. I was just at another convention like a month ago up in Dallas for it's called DreamHack. It's like another big streaming convention. So I had like a meeting with Kick. Got some stuff going on with them now, so I'll have like a Kick rep, and it's going to help like my pages grow on there. Uh, Doing stuff with like a lot of video game companies, like that new Tony Hawk Pro Skater remake's coming out. Like I'm going to be trying to stream. I might try and stream that later at night actually, like the demo of that. But yeah, like working with a lot of game companies, got like the PC sponsors on my mouse and keyboards and stuff from SteelSeries. Just so many random sponsors that are a part of streaming that like it almost makes no sense, but it's like I get it because you know you have ads and stuff playing for them all the time. But it's like I love games in general, so I just need to like really crack down on it and start.
So out of all the things that you do,
Yeah,
if you had to choose one, if you had to just do one from here on out,
yeah.
what would it be? Would it be the gaming? Would it be the comedy?
The comedy, easy.
Yeah.
The comedy easy. The gaming is really fun, but it's like a lot of work. Like you got to like to if you want it to be successful, you got to stream for hours and hours. You got to make clips of like the best moments throughout your stream. You got to edit those clips. You post those everywhere. It's like it takes the most
grind.
work to go into, and it's like you can't not do it. You like need to be streaming 4 and 5 nights a week to make it work. When it comes to like comedy skits and things like that, like you don't got to be doing it every single day. Like, it's great if you can, but obviously you're just going to get bigger and bigger the more content you post. But like with that, like I can, take a day or two and just chill and then pop something.
So some of the big streamers that I know personally, like it's turned to a deal now to where you have your followers that watch you game, right?
Yeah.
But also now they want to know what you're doing when you're not playing games. And so like, for instance, a buddy of mine, he streams in the gym now. So when he's not streaming online, with gaming, they're watching him in the gym. So
yeah, and that's something I used to do that there for a little while when I was going to another buddy's gym. It was just set up really well for me to be able to set up a camera, just my phone, and you could see like the majority of the gym just from that one angle. And that's something I've thought about doing again recently, like when I'm working out at the house and like just doing some gym streams. I have people ask me about it all the time. But yeah, a lot of people, these bigger streamers are starting to do the in real live streams. And just them hanging out with their buddies. Maybe they're out at a bar or like they're out somewhere doing something. The game, the gym, the in real live streamers, just like walking around town and stuff. Like, we're just talking about those two in Vegas that just went down. But yeah, those are like the in real life streamers. But yeah, man, they want to see and know every aspect of everything you're doing because like you have this personality and this character you are when you're gaming that they're like, well, okay, well, what's it like the rest of the time? Is this always you or like what else are you into? Like they become, it's crazy like streaming, how much money you can make and just like the kind of like relationship you build with your audience because it's like they almost like it's like they're hanging out with their friend.
Right.
Like when they get on there and they can talk to you and like, if you're not like your stream isn't so crazy that you can actually like see their comment and respond, it's like they get used to like they're there broing out with you while you're playing games and they're listening to you and your bros hang out. So it's almost like I'm here chilling with my like friends.
Yeah.
And so they, it gets really personable for them. And I think that's what like makes streaming do so well for a lot of these guys.
Yeah. How long have you had your podcast? It's Time for Pie?
Yeah, we've been we just did our 100th episode here a couple weeks ago. We're on like episode 104 or 5 now. So yeah.
We got a lot of catching up to do.
Yeah, it's actually, man, we started it just for fun, man, because like we BS a lot and we just come up with random skit ideas, and that's how there's been a lot of times that we were just talking and goofing around on the podcast and like come up with something like, oh, like we got to film that, like that's funny, and then like it'll eventually lead to us filming something. But yeah, we've been doing it for
And y'all on Spotify now? The video
it's on
portion?
we're switching the main. It'll still be on YouTube and stuff, but like it helps us out the best on Spotify,
Right.
Because we have a deal with them, and like that's where like most of our listeners are at on Spotify, and now they offer video.
Is it kind of like Rogan where it releases on Spotify earlier?
I think it does. I think it comes out a few hours earlier.
Put it on YouTube.
Spotify, yeah. I think he said it drops like 3 or 4 hours earlier on Spotify than it does YouTube.
Okay.
But yeah, trying to really keep growing that Spotify, and through like iTunes, Spotify, whatever the other one is, and then YouTube are the main pages our podcast is on. But yeah, dude, it's just us goofing around,
Yeah.
talking
Unscripted.
That's way. Like every now and then we'll have something that we want to touch on or talk about. But the majority of it is all right. We've got this one or two thing that we're going to talk about. The rest of it, let's just go. Let's talk about like what we've been doing this week, because I'm always somewhere doing something. Jared's always somewhere doing something. There's always something new popping up in the world that we can touch on. So it's kind of just like us hanging out.
Yeah.
So yeah, it makes it really.
And Jared's
easy.
one of the original Black Rock.
Yeah.
Guys.
Jared's one of the original founders of Black Rifle and like creator. He's freaking awesome.
Down to earth, man.
Yeah, dude. He's so chill. He's a great guy. He'll do literally anything for anybody. And he's like same way. He's got so many things that he's interested in, and he's got all his rally cars and his drift cars and all this stuff that he's gotten like insanely good with. And now because he's going to start streaming again soon. He used to stream for a while and he was doing really well, but he just built out two full like jet simulators.
Oh wow.
So like one of the rooms in the main house, it's just like it's a nice like living room upstairs, like a hangout room, but it's got 2 full jet sims in it, and they're gnarly. Like you've seen like the rally car sims. It's just that whole jet cockpit and everything.
Wow.
They're insane. But he's got like this group of guys that they like. I think most of them were all Air Force, and they all play together. And it's whatever game they play is like just like super accurate, and they do like missions together, or they like come up with their own missions and like write them and then like put them in the game, and then they go do it, or like they'll just like mess around with each other and stuff. But like it looks so awesome, it's so realistic, and I was just like, dude, I was like, man, you got to get back into streaming, dude. Like this is so cool. Like so many people would be so interested in seeing this, but he's gonna have to set up 4 or 5 different cameras in there. That way you can see in the cockpit, behind the something down, like where you can see everything that he's doing. So yeah, it's crazy, man. He's doing all kinds of new stuff too, and so it always gives us something else to talk about. But yeah, like that'll probably crush too when he gets in there, because he's really funny in that stuff, because he knows everything about the jets and how controlling them all and stuff. And it's getting like those sims are so accurate. Like he went somewhere recently. He was over in Montana with some group, and they were all like flying jets together. And like I think he was like whatever in the back or the front where they can like let you take control of stuff.
Oh yeah,
I think he was
seen that
flying around in one here recently. So I know he was like taking classes and stuff for a while for like flying. So he's like pretty close to like could probably drive most things.
Yeah,
like aircraft wise. But yeah, dude, it's crazy, and it's so fun just like BSing around, and it leads to so many new video ideas, and I think it makes it really like seems so real, because like it's unscripted, and we're just like, yeah, like let's just talk, let's hang out. Well, a lot more lately, we've been trying to kind of like communicate with the watchers and like listeners more, like been like, hey, like, so what do you guys do? Because a lot of people will comment on it as soon as the video's up. We're like, what are you guys doing up at like 4 or 5 a.m.? Like what job do you have? And like that's got you going. So that was a lot of our last episode, was just talking to them, finding
so
out
y'all have viewers that kind of have no idea really about y'all's true background, you think?
I'm sure plenty of us, like on our other pages for sure. When it comes to the podcast, like they like know us, because if they're watching, we're talking about everything. But yeah, there's plenty of people like that I'll meet, and like even at like random events I go to all the time, people will be like, "Hey, what are you doing here?" Like I was just in Phoenix. I was there with Meta, and they had a booth there, and it was like a big, like almost like a Comic-Con type of thing. And I'm there like walking around booths and looking at like nerdy stuff, and they're like, "What are you doing here? This is not a place I would expect to see you." And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" Like I love this nerd stuff. I'm like a huge gamer and things. So yeah, like every time I go somewhere, like gun conventions, like when I'm at SHOT Show and stuff like that, people are like, "What? I didn't expect to see you here." So it's always like when I go to the Arnold's in Ohio for like all the weightlifting stuff, like there'll be plenty of people like, "Oh my God, I never expected to see you here." So yeah, man, like I like and I do so many things. Like there's like so many people that like don't know all that, because like they just see the handful of videos of
Right.
them that they've seen pop up on the internet of me like making some weird joke.
Yeah.
So like like how could they know all the stuff I've got going on unless they like followed me like on every single page? So yeah.
Your Bucky's video, is that probably like your biggest video?
Oh,
so
that's
far?
some of them.
One of
Yeah.
them?
Yeah. Just because. And dude, I've been making those for years now.
Whenever I tell someone
Yeah.
about you or tell you,
Yeah.
he's coming to hunt with us, that's
Yeah.
that's the guy at the Bucky's video.
Yeah, dude, yeah, because
Buses.
when I first moved down, I made like one like it was like one of the first few times I went there, and I was talking,
Anybody that comes to Texas and
Yeah.
walks in one of those, that's overwhelming.
oh yeah, dude, it's insane. It's like especially if you go on a weekend, you
Yeah.
can barely walk through there.
Yeah.
But yeah, like so as soon as I moved down, like after like my second or third trip, I like started making videos about them, and then like it caught on, and like I see like a lot of other like creators and like
I'm surprised they haven't contacted
I
you.
know, right? Yeah, probably with a cease and desist is what they're gonna do. But yeah, man, it's too easy. It's so funny, and like everybody like goes there because they love it. So it's like just another one of those like it's a relatable video because they go there too. But yeah, those are some of my biggest videos. One of my really popular videos from like years ago was me like taking down a hornet's nest. And it literally that just started out. I was just like filming it in my stories.
Yeah.
And it was like a big ass hornet's nest on the back of the garage. And my girlfriend at the time was like super allergic to like bees. So I was like, I'm gonna fucking kill these guys. And it was like me like shooting it with a gun, me like throwing hammers at it and stuff, like just like goofing off. And then I eventually like took a ladder up into the attic and found like where the bee's nest was, like through the wall. And I drilled like a hole through the wall and jammed a stick out and just like fucked them up.
That's funny.
Dude.
I bet you can see the bees through the thermal. There's a big
dude,
hornet's nest
I bet
upstairs on the
so.
porch.
Yeah,
We'll go try it out
look
later.
at it, yeah. But yeah, that was one of my most viral videos. It got shared everywhere, man. Like I think just on my page alone, it had like 14 or 15 million views. But then it got shared and like reposted on so many pages, and every page it had millions of views. So who knows what that video got collectively. But yeah, that was one of my really popular ones. The Bussies ones are always pretty popular. I had one about a guy who eats a chip sideways. It was just
I
like,
remember that.
Yeah, that was like one a lot of people that like come into my streams. So they're like, oh no, please don't eat a chip sideways or something like that. Like so, like that's a really recognizable one. And then I just had another one come out recently that was about the rat from Ratatouille. And that one, that's the last few times that I've gotten recognized in public. They've been like, "Oh, you made that video about the Ratatouille video," and I'm like, "Yeah." So it's like, and it's funny because that stuff comes in waves. Like I'll get here for this year, I'm getting recognized for that video.
Yeah.
This year, I'm getting recognized for this video.
Right.
And now our podcast isn't even like a huge podcast, but it's fun that I'm starting to go places and be like, "Oh, dude, I love Time for Pie." Like, and I'm just like, whoa, I'm like, that's crazy that's like what you know me from is that podcast. So, yeah, dude.
Where'd the name come from? Who?
We were just like sitting and talking about, so we're like, what could be like a funny little name that's like,
Like
you know,
Thermal Thugs.
Yeah. It's like silly. And it's like, and we just kind of made the joke, well, everybody's got time for pie. Like if you're, leaving or it's like a dessert or something, you're like, oh, no, I can stay a little longer for pie. Like, so we just called it like Time for Pie. And like we only ate pie on the episode like twice.
Wow.
So because a lot of people are like, "Are you guys ever? Is this even about pie?" And
Who's been your biggest guest so far? You think?
Bam was really up there. Travis was really up there.
You had Marcus on too, Latrell.
Yeah, Marcus Luttrell. He was like one of our first guys.
I think that's the first one.
Yeah. He was real popular. Obviously, all the other like influencers that we're friends with, like they all do really well. All the unsub guys and that whole group of dudes. Yeah, it's between those guys, Marcus, Bam, and Travis. I think those are like the three biggest names I think of.
Dude, I just rewatched that. It was in my feed. Travis jumping out of the plane with no parachute.
Oh yeah, dude, that comes up like almost every year. That starts going.
What's got to be going through your mind, man? There's like so much could happen.
Oh my god, man! Like just all the stuff he does, man. And then this last Gymkhana video they did, it was like they were like 1 week into filming, and wherever they were staying at in Florida to film it, he had the idea to like run in whatever room he was in his hotel. He just ran out the balcony and like jumped out with a parachute.
Yeah.
I mean, it was not a high building. and he like shattered his pelvis and like
Yeah.
broke all kinds of stuff like first weekend of filming that. So they had to put it on pause for like months so
Yeah.
he could like heal. And he is so there was like a X-ray of him floating around here recently, and like he's
Oh,
like
dude.
he looks like
But he's jacked
Wolverine
up.
inside, man. There's so much metal everywhere.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, it's crazy how like he'll break something or shatter something, and then just in a couple weeks be doing backflips
Yeah.
or something again, or be racing a rally car, or like jumping a car or something.
My original background is in insurance
Oh yeah,
and life and health. And there's no way that we would insure that dude. Matter of fact,
What, dude?
there is on the questionnaire on the application, will you be like parachuting, hang gliding, skydiving? If so, you're
not insured.
not insured.
Yeah, like I wonder what that's like. What kind of insurance does he even have?
dude.
Yeah, like yeah, that's insane. I wouldn't even have thought of that.
Yeah, it's crazy. That's the first thing that came to my mind when I watched that video.
Yeah, he's done so many insano things, man, and every time we hang out, they're planning his next little trick he's doing, and that's so we're just like God, like every time, especially like you're like, man, how much longer can you keep doing this until you just like shatter like glass?
So yeah, I want to have you out. I think we previously talked about once a quarter hunt.
Yeah.
And I think the next hunt we're gonna do is go down to my buddy's ranch in South Texas and take a Neil guy at night with thermal.
Yeah.
Video it.
Yeah.
With the 8.6.
Oh yeah.
My first Neil guy that I shot in thermal. I used a 6.8.
Yeah.
Daytime you want to use a huge gun, 338 Lapua, but
Yeah.
you can get pretty close to them at night because they're going in the corn.
Yeah.
Going underneath the high fence from the King Ranch and eating my farmer's corn.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a big animal.
Awesome. Yeah, it is.
It's like 55,000 down there now.
Heck yeah. God, that would be
They
awesome.
just tear up everything.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, that's that's I was talking about. I was like, God, I'm gonna have to move into a bigger place soon just for all the mounts I've got coming, man.
So there's I have relatives and friends, and even upstairs it's getting kind of crowded. Like,
Yeah.
they have their own room or their own house just for their mounts.
Yeah, dude, I totally understand that.
Especially like just some of the bigger mounts.
Yeah, that's like, thankfully, that's what we were talking about, because like the main house is there on the property too. I was like, I'm probably gonna have to put a couple of those in there, but it'll look awesome. And that's where my bison is, in the main house above the fireplace. I was like, no way I could have put that in. It sticks out like 4 feet from the friggin' wall.
When did you take a bison?
I did that about 2 years ago now. We Oxford.
Good meat, huh?
Oh my God, that was like one of the main reasons we did it.
Yeah.
Because we were cooking so much, we had so many guests, and
If you like bison, you'll love Neil guy, and you probably had Neil.
oh yeah, yeah. What was going on? We had a lot of guests come. We were buying a lot of meat, and they're like, man, like we should just go kill a bison or something. And then we got hooked up with Ox Ranch. They were like, yeah, like we actually have a bison right now. He was like kind of a problem. Like,
Right.
We'll give you a killer deal on him. So we went up there, and we ended up being the only hunting group on the property that week. So we had like the whole place to ourselves. It was awesome. I got that bison, and Jared got a wildebeest, and so.
Those are gnarly.
Oh,
Did you
yeah.
see any of those in Africa?
Yeah, I got a wildebeest, a black one there. So I got a skull mount coming from it.
Sweet.
Yeah, and it's
They're
funny.
mean as shit.
Oh hell yeah, dude! I shot that thing like 5 times before he went down. Like 3 of them were like upper chest area, and he just kept running. We chased him for 3 hours.
Yeah.
But yeah, down there in Africa, every bathroom had a wildebeest skull as the coat hanger.
Oh, wow.
or the towel rack. Like that was like every single bathroom had a wildebeest skull, and like the towels were hanging on. I was like, that's what I'm doing for sure. I was like, that's sick. But dude, we got so much meat from my bison. We had like 600 or 700 pounds of meat just from my bison, and then we got like it's like close to 200 from his wildebeest. But we had to buy like 3 freezers, and we'll be eating that for another year, I'd say, before like it's even close to gone. But we got so many steaks and the tomahawks from the bison, and hundreds of pounds of ground beef, and it is, even from like store-bought bison meat, like to that, like, just free range, it is such a big difference taste. Like it's like grassy. Like this guy eats grass. Like,
you can definitely
taste it. And the wildebeest meat was like, it is like sweeter. It had a very sweet taste.
I've never had
to
it.
Yeah, it's very sweet. It's like really similar to like cow and stuff, but like just extra sweet. So yeah, we're like just coming up with anything we can to use that meat for. So it's been a good time though. Yeah, it's killer.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Well, man, we have big plans for you here at Wave. You know, like I said, man, getting out and getting some content, helping us grow our brand.
Yeah.
Which that's, why we hooked up with you.
Yeah, and I mean, it gives me something like, obviously, I'm going to probably use this anytime I do any kind of night hunting at all. So
you're in Texas, man. There's
dude,
a lot of
all
stuff.
kinds of options all the time, even like just right around where I live. So yeah, you've got me hooked up big time here too. So
Sweet.
Yeah, it works out great.
Well, cool, man. I'm glad that you came out and being our third guest on the show, and we're very fortunate to have a big name like you, man.
Yeah.
And we look forward to growing with you.
So I mean, I greatly appreciate the opportunity. It's always a blast every time I'm up here. You guys are great, and this is going to be a real fun time.
Heck yeah, man.
Yeah,
Thanks. Thanks for coming out.
Thank you, buddy.
So I want to thank Caleb for coming out and hunting with us and being on the podcast. It was a great time, and stay tuned for Thermal Thugs episode 4.